Batman Caped Crusader has finally come out on Amazon Prime, and it's a fascinating show, but it's a different kind of Batman. He's a meaner, harder Batman, at least at first. And today on Geek Devotions, we're going to talk about why being focused on your mission doesn't mean that you ignore the people around you. Geeks, welcome to Geek Devotions, show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting you know you're loved. I'm Dallas. I'm so glad you've hit the play button. If you're new to our show, we take geek pop culture items like movies, video games, comics, and we use it to let people know love and cared for. So if you don't watch past this moment of this, we love you. We care about you. There is a plan, a purpose for your life. Do not give up. Ladies and gentlemen, I am excited to announce that it is season 9 of Geek Devotions, which means it is Batman month. That's what we decided to theme the first month of the season, and we are excited about it. Why? Because I like Batman, but as I said, the whole show is about letting people know loved, and we're taking one of my favorite properties, and we're doing that all month long. It was quite fortuitous. I was happy when I found out that the brand new Batman series coming out this month. I needed a reason to watch it, and it's giving me a reason to talk about it. But like I said, this is an interesting Batman. We're gonna have a whole review of Batman Caped Crusader on our website by the end of the weekend. But this particular Batman is a different kind of Batman. This is an early Batman. This is a Batman who is still hurting from his trauma. And as you go through the series, it kind of plays with that. You discover what that trauma is, why it's there, and how it's affected him. And the differences of this Batman versus the ones that we may know are startling, especially the way that he treats the people around him, specifically Pennyworth. In this world, Batman is so focused on the mission that he has lost sight of the people around him. The understanding of Alfred as a father figure is almost lost in this series at first. There may be some spoilers in this, so just be aware. Instead of calling Alfred, he calls him Pennyworth. He's very cold towards him in the front half of the series, but as the series progresses, he seems to grow aware of the situation. There's a moment where he actually almost loses Alfred in one of the episodes, and it really affects him in a real way. And this got me thinking about a lot of things. I am a person that I do a lot of stuff, as you guys see. Celeste does a lot of stuff, and you have a lot of things on your own plate, and there are missions that you have to accomplish. There are goals that you need to do, and you get super focused on them. And they're great things, possibly. They're lofty goals, but as you zero in on some of these things, we have to be careful not to lose sight of the people around us, our loved ones who have been there the entire time, cheering us on, trying to help us. As a Christian, I've been in certain situations where I've seen people who have kind of lost track of that. They're so focused on the mission that God's given them to reach the lost and to preach the gospel, they've lost track of the people around them, the important things that they really need to take care of, which is family and loved ones. Sadly, some have become so focused on it in the name of doing the right thing that they actually become rude and demeaning towards the people who they deem as slowing them down. Some will even look at passages in scriptures like in Matthew chapter 19, verse 29, where Jesus says, "And everyone who has left houses or brothers or sisters or fathers or mothers or children or lands for my name's sake will receive 100-fold and will inherit eternal life." However, the problem becomes this. What's your heart? What's actually taking place? Have you neglected the people you actually need to take care of? Just a few chapters before, in Matthew chapter 15, Jesus is actually scolding the Pharisees. The Pharisees are getting on to Jesus about breaking tradition and everything like that, and he scolds them because of the fact that there's a whole passage that says to honor your mother and father and to care for them. And in Jewish culture, there were certain things that you had to do to care for your family. But what was happening is these Pharisees, they were so focused on what they wanted and the position that they had as Pharisees and their own thing, that they were actually neglecting their family in a very real way. So how do we balance this out? How do we balance out these two areas where we have this whole, hey, you need to be focused on the mission, you need to go and be part of that, but also the fact that we don't need to lose track of the people around us. And the simple matter is, there's balance. I know, I can't sing well, I'm sorry. Balance is a key word to our lives, and we have to find that balance of being focused on the mission, but making sure we're caring for our family members and loved ones, those who are coming alongside us to help us accomplish the things that God has for us to do. In the series, Batman Caped Crusader, like I said, Batman, he's struggling about this. At one point in time, he's correcting Alfred, Pennyworth, if you will, on how to care for him. And Pennyworth says this very frankly. He says basically, I have cared for you your entire life. I have bandaged you up, fix broken bones, put things back in place, and taking out bullets. I know what I'm doing. And he kind of just scolds Bruce in a moment to go, look, I'm here, Bruce. And unfortunately, it took a disastrous situation for Bruce to recognize that he had been so focused on stuff that he forgot that there are actually people who care about him, and he needs to care about them better. Who is in your life that has been championing you and cheering you on? Take a look, really evaluate those people. Have you been so focused on a singular mission trying to accomplish it that you've lost track of your loved ones, your family, your friends who have been there the entire time? Have you become so cold-hearted while trying to do something good that you're just become a jerk? Evaluate that. Examine your heart. Examine what's taking place. And then before something disastrous happens where you realize you've lost time, where you've lost the opportunity to truly care about those people who actually care about you, correct it. Turn to those people. Love them. Show them the care that they deserve and that they need. Over the years, I've known more than a few pastors who have lost track of that, and they've lost their families. They've lost their children because they never showed the care to their families they needed to. Over the years, I've known different people, not in ministry, but they're focused on careers. They're focused on some sort of path that they are desiring. And they're not necessarily bad things that they're looking for, but they've lost track of what's important. So examine your heart, examine your situation, be honest, be willing to have very real and very frank conversations with those people and make the changes that need to happen before it's too late. Question of the week for you guys. I've been watching Batman Caped Crusader, and it's really interesting. There's a lot of really great homages and pointing back to literally every version of Batman that I've seen that's out there, while they're also doing their own new thing. And there's some stuff that I don't necessarily care for, but it's been pretty interesting so far. So my question for you guys is, what's your favorite iteration of Batman? Leave a comment down below and let us know. I also remind you guys that Celeste and I will be at GeekCon coming up here in a couple weeks here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We have a booth that's going to be there. We have brand new t-shirts that we're going to be selling to help offset the cost of the con for us, but also we're going to be there specifically, and this is the big deal, to love you and to love people. If you're in the Shreveport Bossier area, come by. Let us hug you. Let us talk about your cosplay, take pictures with you, love on you for a few minutes, and just do life with you. Let us pray with you if you need prayer while you're at the con. But do us a favor to all you amazing devoted geeks. During the con, if you could do me a big favor, walk the con floor and love on the people on the con floor. Talk about their cosplay. Talk about what's going on. Enjoy the moment. Show people love. Again, Celeste and I, we're here, and we love people, but we can't love everyone. We can't be everywhere on the con floor. But if you're there, you can love people. I want to encourage you guys, do that. Make somebody smile. There's nothing, for me, one of my favorite things is talking with cosplayers and people at the con and talking about their interests and seeing them light up when somebody takes interest in what interests them. So be intentional this con season and love on people. Don't just be focused on what you want and what you need to do, but focus on the people and take interest in them. Now, the reality is part of the reason we're able to go to GeekCon is because of our devoted Patreon geeks who help support us, who helps not just get the equipment that we need to film these episodes of Geek Devotions, but also help us to go to GeekCon and to do other great things. And if you'd like to help us help support the Ministry of Geek Devotions, visit our website, geekdevotions.com, and click on our support page and find out more information there. But if you can't do that, if you cannot support us financially, know this, it's okay. I promise you, you can support us 1,000 other ways. You can like this video, you can subscribe to our channel, you can share this video with individuals who you know need help, who needed the information that we've given you here today. We love you guys and we care about you. And we are genuinely thankful to be doing this now officially for 8 straight years. Today, this episode is the start of season 9. And part of the reason why we're doing Bat-Month is because the very first episode of Geek Devotions was a Batman episode. And so it's kind of what that is. It's kind of just an homage to that. But for 8 years, you guys have allowed Celeste and I to minister to you and to love you and to show you the glory of God in a very real and very geeky way. And we are thankful for that, guys. And if we can encourage you, reach out to us. Hit us up on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads. Send us a message. Let us know how we can pray with you and encourage you. Until next time, Stay devoted. Peace and love.